I'm Alexander J. Fox, and I am going to be speaking about why being a Reiki master is a power move. And I've been one since 2019. It has completely transformed my whole life. And I never thought that I could really do a lot to help people. I always thought, I probably would just be in corporate, kind of doing my same things, going to raves and doing some party favors and just kind of living that life for probably the next, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. And yet, when I had a moment that made me question everything, I was in. I've told this story a lot, but I love to retell it because people forget. And no one ever tells stories like this. I never hear stories like this from like almost any energy healer. So why not? I can keep repeating myself. There was a time where me and the fellows we were going to Alabama for a music festival, and there's a big group of us. We're having the best time of our lives that whole weekend in Alabama, and except for one moment, one of our friends she started to have a seizure. She was about to like go into a drug overdose, and but right before she was about to go under, I got consciousness enough from her to speak some words. And I said, "Yo, what's going on?" She goes, "I just feel better, like sitting down." And I was like, "Man, this can't be happening. Like, we're having the best fucking time in the world. And, we're here and she's not doing well at all." And I was like, "What can I do to heal this woman?" And I've never used the word heal before in my entire life. And I just got this download, this idea of a ball of energy. So I just started making this ball of energy. I started playing with it like it was silly putty, started pretending it was like a basketball, juggling it like a soccer ball, dancing with it, having the best time with it. And then after a good 10, 15 seconds, I looked at her and I said, "Hey, get ready." And then she stops, like having a seizure, and she's like so confused. And she's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Get ready." She's like, "Oh, okay." So I jumped up in the air and I slammed this ball of energy at her. And then I went back to dancing, totally like forgot about her. And then I look over like about 10 seconds later and she's up and she's dancing like there is no tomorrow. Even Paula Abdul would have been off her rocker. And then the next day when we got home, that was the last day of the festival, I was like thinking about that moment in the car for hours. We had a 16-hour drive back home. And then I started telling all my friends. And I finally found one friend was like, "Yo, do you know what a Reiki master is?" And I was like, "No, what is that?" She goes, "That's like basically what you just did. That's the best way I know how to describe it." And I was like, "Well, okay, what do I do? Who do I go meet or find out more about this?" And she goes, "I have a friend." Got introduced to the friend. Long story short, 4 months later, I became a Reiki master. And then I was like, wow, I got these activations. I was learning a lot about energy and consciousness and the chakras and the clairs. And I was like, this is amazing. I never thought anything like this could ever be a part of my reality. And she's like, yeah, you can help people with this. And I was like, okay, cool. But then I hit a roadblock. I hit a roadblock of what people will think about me. I was so worried and depressed and distressed from what people would actually think about me. Almost since I was like in seventh and eighth grade, I was always worried about what people thought about me. And I was just like, okay, I'm done. There's no way I can do this. I have friends, they're gonna think this is witchcraft, voodoo, witchcraft, woo-woo. And that kind of put me down. And then luckily I found a community that does this for free. So I joined them and I started working on people in a private community. And then that started to change me. I started to gain more confidence and people were like, "Yo, your energy's immaculate. You are powerful." Like, we don't have anyone like you in our place. And I was like, okay, all right. I'm so new to this. Like, I don't know, like maybe I kind of knew after that one moment in Alabama, you know, but like when I had Crohn's disease back in 2019, I started to do the level one, the self healing on myself. Because I was like, wow, I really need this. So I started practicing on myself. I started to get sessions from other people. I started to, change my diet, and eventually I healed myself from Crohn's. And energy healing was a big portion of that because I up leveled my cells, my organs, my light body, my ka body, my astral self, my consciousness, my mental state, my physical health. And it just blew me away. Hey, what's up, everyone? So it's like one of the biggest reasons because it helped me heal from Crohn's disease. Like, I want people to feel this energy, to feel light and liberated, and know that like this energy, it's universal life force energy. Like, we live in an energetic universe. It's a quantum universe. We live in a quantum field. Like, we're energetic beings having a human experience. Science proves that. It's electromagnetism. Everything is energy. And when we learn that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, as Einstein proved, that's the first law of thermodynamics. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Then we can legit alchemize energy. We can transmute it. And that literally goes for the things that are happening inside of us that we don't want anymore. Are you carrying pain, trauma, illness, disease, being uncomfortable, stress, anxiety, suicidal ideology, whatever low vibes you may be carrying? Like, you can let that go. And you can do that with energy healing. This is why I'm training, you know, individuals how to become Reiki masters. If you're interested, I got a link in description. Um, it's a it's like just under 3 months. We have 4 sessions and 3 hours apiece. And you guys will experience energy healings, energy clearings, some activations. You'll learn the 3 levels and you'll be totally ready how to become a Reiki master. Like, I've seen so many miracles. Like, I've seen people heal from incurable diseases and illnesses. I've seen people release like energetic blockages. I've seen people like get thousands of dollars because of energy healings. I've seen people like release all this stress and trauma that's been built up in their bodies. I've seen people heal from sexual abuse. Like, it just doesn't affect them anymore. I've seen people like get their intuitions unlocked and tuned in, tapped in, turned on. And then they started creating like courses for people. They started to get jobs. They started to help other people be in this line of work. And it's all through just your hands, your mind, your heart, your just beingness of just how energy just gets to flow. And you get to trust that. That's like one of the biggest things is trusting the whole energetic flow of energy. And this is one of the big reasons why I want to teach people how to become Reiki masters. Because it doesn't only just help yourself, you get to help other people heal and feel really good and let go of their shit, let go of their worries, you know? Help them feel good. Help them feel like there's actual hope in this reality, that they can move forward with their dreams and aspirations. And the more people that we have being on this vibration, the more that heaven on earth is literally a reality for everyone and everything. Because everything is energy. And we live in such a world that is, a lot of it's dark. A lot of it is manipulative, it's greedy, it's controlling, it's all about power. And with energy, we're just flowing. We're having fun, we're connective, we're making miracles happen for people. Because if people have been living the same mundane life all the time, and it's like, yo, just get a shift. Like, if you're open to it right now, I'll send you some energy right to your heart center. Just love, kindness, and compassion. Just all you have to be is open for it. That's it. And allow this love to permeate and to circulate throughout your being. It's all for you. It's true. It's alive. It's your experience. It's just going right into your heart. Just unconditional love and light from me, from God, from our source, our creator, the divine, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whoever you believe in. So, I love what I do. I've met thousands of people through this line of work. I've transformed thousands of lives across this planet, all through just energy healing and breath work, of course, and life coaching and just sharing my gifts and just being real and authentic. I've grown so much because I kept going deeper into the realm of consciousness, to knowledge and wisdom, to see like, how can I get better? What is it that I can do to like really make an impact on this world? And this is one of the ways I get to do that. And that trickles out. That literally is like you know, it's like skipping a rock through the pond. I want to send the ripple effects out and teach other people how to skip rocks and send out more ripple effects. Make the water look really cool looking, like enjoy the waves and, like the the texture and the vibrancy and like how it moves, like it's so beautiful. I remember there was a time where there was a guy I worked with in Austin, Texas, and this dude went through a lot of sexual abuse. He went through um, physical abuse, verbal abuse, like his entire life through his family, like his sisters, parents, even pastors. And this dude was in Europe. This dude was hanging on to so much stuff. Like on the outside, it looks like he held everything together. And there was one moment like where I was at his feet, and then like he like flinched as soon as I put my hands on his feet, and he literally like was able to release such an energetic blockage, and then he felt alive. This dude relaxed so much when put my hands on his feet. And then like the wild thing is, even after I was done placing my hands on his feet, like I went over to his head. And then I remember him telling me later, he's like, dude, what did you do at my feet? I was like, dude, I just grounded your energy. It's like you never really had an energetic, grounded activation before. Not many people have, you know? And it's so powerful when you can get so grounded in your body because you're not up here, and you're just fully embodied. And there's such power to that. And he goes, well, I felt way more relaxed as soon as you put your hands on my feet. And it even felt like your hands were on my feet for like an hour. I don't even know how long they were there for. And I was like, bro, probably like 10 minutes. And he goes, dude, it felt like forever. I still feel like they're on my feet. Like, that's how powerful it can be. That's how powerful I am. But everyone's this powerful because like we're all connected to the source, to the God. It's just like, how much time and effort have you put into it? You know, it's just absolutely amazing. It's so incredible. I remember one time I was doing an event here in Cleveland when I first was getting into this work in group stages, group events, and I went to the woman. She was all the way down at the other end of the room. I placed my hands on her feet, and this woman like her whole body like lifted up in the air, and she like almost had like a panic attack. And she looks at me. She goes, "I totally forgot you were, you know, giving us healing, doing hands-on healing." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." She got like jolted. It was like a bolt of electricity just like set her off. And like I laughed and she eventually started laughing too. Um, and that was such a beautiful moment. And I remember another time I was in Austin, Texas, the first time, and there was a woman, she got a session with me and it was like 9 p.m. at night. I had worked on like 5 people that day. And when she came in, I told her, I was like, hey, if I place my if I do hands-on healing on you, I'm probably going to pass out. So I have to do this session distantly while in person. And I had never done that before in my entire life. If I'm in person, you're getting hands-on healing. Like that's just a no-brainer, right? But because I was so tired, I was like, yo, I have to do it distantly. So I literally sat like 10 feet away from her And I was just channeling the energy from my hands from a chair as she was laying down on the bed. And at the very end of the session, she goes, "What did you do to my heart center, my heart chakra?" And I goes, "You had some stuff to definitely be cleansed and cleared out there." She goes, "Yeah, I had no idea how much was in there because I felt pain as soon as you got to my heart. And the pain level was a 10. And I didn't realize how bad my life was going through, like how bad my life was going through all of that pain and trauma because I was never truly loved. And that all sank into my heart, and you released it all just from being 10 feet away from her, distantly. I'm just channeling energy. I just imagined her chakra being on my hand. And I was just channeling the energy, and she had so much pain, level 10 pain in her heart chakra, and I was able to just cleanse that out. It was like 10, 10, 10, and then it dropped all the way back down and went to 0. And she goes, "I felt as light as a butterfly sleeping on a cloud." And I'm just like, "That's amazing." Like, you deserve that. That's how we truly get to feel almost all the time, as much as possible. And like that's so true. Like I feel that way most of my days. I'm just feeling light and happy and gratitude. Not all the time. We're human. Okay? I'm not perfect by any means, but I've gotten so far with it. And yeah, there was even another time I was in Texas. I just met this woman for the first time ever. We're talking, and I was like, "Yo, can I give you like a 30-second energy clearing real quick?" She goes, "Yeah." What do I need to do? And I just said, just stand there, eyes closed, few deep breaths. I'll place one hand on your shoulder. That's it. She goes, okay. One hand on her shoulder, channeling the energy. Everything is cool. And then like at one moment, I felt this like knot. It was like a worm or a snake or something that like came out of my belly button. And it kind of hurt. It was like at a level 3 and it just like came out and I was like, whoa, that's super interesting. And then at the end of it, she goes, "Yo, what did you do?" And I said, "You, it felt like you had a block in between your sacral and your solar plexus chakra." And she goes, "Yeah, I felt something release from there. It was like a weird knot or a block or something. It just like came out." And I said, "Yeah, that's exactly what I felt on my end." And then she was so happy, so grateful. And then she like ran out of the cacao bar and she didn't go to the class that she was about to pay for. And then I was like, "Oh man, I didn't get her number." And like I got her name, but I didn't see her. And then all of a sudden, about a week later, I'm doing free energy sessions out in the community center in Austin. And this one dude comes out of the restaurant and he goes, "Hey, are you Alexander?" I've never met this dude, never seen him before my entire life. And I go, "Yeah, who are you?" And he goes, "Dude, you helped my friend Anastasia. She was telling everyone about the healing that she got from you. And she's like doing absolutely amazing. Like that woman was going through some shit." And I was like, wow. Like I didn't know how bad it was, but I knew there was definitely some things happening, just intuitively tuning in energetically. But I don't like consciously know all the details, right? And he goes, "Dude, she told everyone about that healing. She like went to a retreat center, like did like a yoga retreat center, and she even got a job like working as like a coder for the government. And she only has like a not a bachelor's, an associate's degree in coding, and she's making like 100K a year now." I was like, "What?" I was like, "I did that?" And he goes, "Yeah. Uh, I and God, me and God and her, like we all did it together, right? It's not just me. It is part of me. It's also God and the woman who also was doing the healing, doing the work within herself for being open to receive." And I was like, "Wow." It like changed a lot. I was like, "Man, I'm like my channel is epic. It is powerful." So it just blew me away. Yo, Pavlos. Yo, what's up, brother? It's great to see you on here. Oh my goodness. How are you? How are you doing? Let me know what's going on. You don't have to type it all. You could send me a message later if you want. But man, I'm so grateful that you're on here. Man, it's been a minute. It's been a long minute. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. I'm sure with you too. Um, so we definitely have some catching up to do. And yeah, like I have so many stories. It's just absolutely bonkers. Um, you know, there was oh, which one do I want to share? Oh, okay, so there was a dude who came from Africa, right? And he came to me and he was like, "Yo, actually I met him in a hallway. I met him in a hallway at this community center and he goes, like we just start talking and he comes to one of my classes later and he goes, "Dude, I'm in some deep stuff." And I goes, "Okay, like let's talk about it." And he was like, "I'm married, I have kids, and I'm actually gay, and I can't go back to my home country telling people that I'm gay. I want to live here in the States. I'm trying to get a green card, this, that, and the third." And I was like, "Okay." I've never worked with someone like that before. And then we started working together. We did a few sessions and we really started to clear up these old beliefs, these energies of him like not being um comfortable enough to be gay, and then stand up to, his wife and children and let them know like what he's really feeling internally, you know? And I mean, lo and behold, he was able to he was able to divorce his wife on really good terms, and he was able to find a job in America and actually get a green card. He was able to do it way faster than the 2-year wait that he was on. He got it faster. It was like 8 months sooner. So it was about a year and like a few months. But he got it 8 months sooner, faster than what most people would ever get a green card here in the States. Usually that can take a few years. So he sped up his timeline. He quantum leaped his reality and miracles happened because he started opening up. He started channeling. He started to get energy healing. He got the life coaching through me, just we just fixed a few subconscious things, released a few energies, and he was good to go. It's amazing. There was even one time I did a distant healing on a woman. I was doing Akashic record healings. Not many people do that. Akashic record healings. We've had a lot of past lives, right? Do you think all those past lives were sunshine and rainbows? No. There was one woman in Australia, and I'm doing this on Instagram Live back in like 2022. And I had never done Akashic record healings before. I've never even done readings before. But something told me to do it. I connect with this one woman from Australia, and I goes, "Wow, it feels like you were in one of your past lives, you were a slave in Africa, and you were about to go to America, and there was like 100 slaves on that ship, and halfway there, your boat sank, and you're hanging on to a lot of this trauma, not just because of you, but of all your sisters and brothers that were going to America on that boat." I did like a 3-minute energy clearing session with her, and she told me that she released a pain that was like in her thigh and in her hip that she had for over 8 years. And she goes, "Oh my God, Alexander, I feel the lightest I've ever been. And this pain that I've been carrying for 8 years is gone. I don't know how you did it, but I'm grateful. And thank you so very much." And I was like, "Yeah." And then that same night, I'll share one more story and then I'll share the Reiki master level training because I can just talk about this stuff for hours. There was a woman who also joined the live and she goes, "Yeah, I'll take a healing." So she got on the live and she told me that she's actually a shaman, been studying shamanism for a long time, and she's in the Dominican Republic. So, we connected and I said, okay, so you had a past life where you were in Mongolia and you were with your family. It was just like a simple evening, and then out of nowhere there was there was a tribe that came in and literally slaughtered everyone in your household. And she's carrying some of that trauma. And then literally I'm sending her the energy healing, and then, after I get her out of the meditation, and then she comes up and she goes, "I'm sweating." And I'm like, my heart is palpitating right now. It is beating faster. And I was like, "Yeah, you are hanging on to that." And she was shocked that someone, I mean, I'll say it, someone even more powerful than her was able to like help her release something so deep and dark that she didn't even know that she was hanging on to. Because not many people know about Akashic record healings. I don't really do that anymore. It was just like a one or two time thing I've done. But man, that was extremely powerful. And she was shocked. She goes, "Who are you and where are you from?" I was like, "I'm just Alexander Fox from the east side of Cleveland, Ohio." And she's like, Have you been doing this work for a long time?" And I was like, "Not really." I've been doing it since 2019, but it's been like on and off for like 3 years because of COVID and, my abilities to like not believe in myself, to put myself out there to showcase this work. And she goes, "There's something about you, dude. Man, you got to keep going, whatever that looks like. Just keep at it. Keep telling people what you do." And I said, "Yeah, thank you." And that was coming from a shaman in Dominican Republic, and she's been studying to be a shaman for like the last 6 or 7 years of her life, and she's done ayahuasca and all those plant medicines, and I've never done ayahuasca. And like all these healers and coaches have done it like a ton, like probably a dozen times or a little bit less or even more. And I'm just like, yo, I don't really need it, you know? Like I can be cocky and confident that I am a powerful channel. Like I know it's possible. I've seen too many miracles happen. And some people will be like, "Oh, well, they'll try to like be a hater. They'll try to like put some spiritual stuff on me like, "No, you can't be that because you're ego." And I'm like, "It's not ego when you know you've done this before." Like that it's my truth, it's my experience that I've seen miracles. Seen people heal from incurable diseases and illnesses. Like I want that to be normal. It's like nothing but a G thing to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why I want to teach people how to become Reiki masters. If you feel the call to sign up, please check the description below. Go visit my website, thefoxwellnessden.com, and /services, and find it. Look at it, see if it resonates, feel into it, use your heart, use your body, and make a decision. I just want to create heaven on earth for everyone and everything. It's already here. I just want people to remember why they're here and what it's truly like to be liberated and free and to be of service to so many amazing people. For people who really do need it and want it and they get to have it. So, yeah, that's my whole thing. I can go on and on with all these stories, but it's 11:44 p.m. I'm gonna go stretch and meditate for a little bit. So yeah, if you feel the call, let me know. I'm doing an online group session. It's way cheaper than working with me one on one. And but if you can't afford it at the moment, there's payment plans as well, so you get to divvy up the payments and pay as you go, and it's pretty good. And yeah, and if you're struggling, please let me know. Like I don't want money to deter you from helping yourself and for helping others. If there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way. And we're so okay with that. It's bigger than us. I trust that more abundance will come for everyone. Just gotta trust and believe and put in that good work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, all right. Beautiful people, beautiful beings. Thank you for being here. May the universe continue to show you how much it loves you. May it show you prosperity and abundance and connection to unconditional love and peace like never before. And keep doing your thing, yo. Keep doing your things. I see you. All right, y'all. Big love, big peace. Namaste.